Right, Samkelo Zwane. Look, there is actually a possible move from Kaizer Chiefs, right? For the young Samkelo Zwane, because it's not actually completely ruled out, for him, right? But he actually has got a much needed opportunity to actually show the Kaizer Chiefs technical team that, look, he still has a lot to offer, right? And I also believe in the guy. I also believe in him. He's very talented. He's got incredible technical ability. He's got incredible passing ability as well. He just needs to work more on his work ethic. I think the work ethic is the only thing that's lacking in his game. You understand? That's why he's actually not able to unleash his fullest potential. You understand what I'm saying? However, what I can actually tell you is that, look, there's been so much talks, you understand, even with his agent, Mike Makab, who actually made it clear that, look, Samkelo Zwane is determined to actually fight for his place under the head coach, Naturena at Naturena. But the decision would also, be made on his future if the situation around his playing time does not change, which I don't think. Look, he will stay at Kaizer Chiefs. You understand? He does have a lot to offer. I really don't see him actually going anywhere. I feel like he can still improve himself there at Kaizer Chiefs because, look, you're playing for a big club. Because right now, a talented player like Samkelo Zwane, who's playing for a team like Kaizer Chiefs, when he departs Kaizer Chiefs, he should go to a bigger club. He should go to a bigger club like Orlando Pirates or Mamelodi Sundowns. But I would suggest that he rather goes overseas. Because remember, once you leave Kaizer Chiefs, the best thing for you is just to go overseas and play overseas. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it used to be done in the past. But because of so much average players around in the team, it becomes very difficult to actually pinpoint some of those quality players. You understand that Kaizer Chiefs still do have, right? And as things stand, there is a loan move has not actually been ruled out for the player next season. But there is actually still a chance for him to actually win his place back in the team. After being called up to the national team for the African Nations Championship qualifiers. You understand? Remember the African Nations Championship will be happening in East Africa in the early spring. You understand what I'm saying? And remember, South Africa, after beating Egypt last time around, South Africa are now in the final round of the qualifiers for the for the African Championship, right? So they will actually be facing fellow Southern African minnows, Malawi, right? And then Zwane has also been included in the squad alongside his Kaizer Chiefs teammate, Teboho Zwane. So it's actually been a rough second half for Samkelo Zwane, remember, who has struggled to break into the starting lineup since the arrival of Thabo Cele in the January transfer, as well as injury. He has been out for the past couple of months. The last time Samkelo Zwane featured was in that 3-0 victory for Kaizer Chiefs against Chippa United in the Nedbank Cup round of 16. That was the last time he did feature, right? And then he got an injury, you understand? But he has recovered. He is back in training, and hopefully we will get to see him on the field of play very soon. And again, it's no secret that even the 23-year-old has just made 2 starting lineup appearances since Thabo Cele arrived. And he has not actually been in the matchday squad since then, right? So this would obviously be a concern for him. But the national team could help him get valuable minutes and restore some confidence in him. Because in total, he has featured 14 times for Kaizer Chiefs this season, more than he did last season. And guess what? Another thing is, I would say, bro, he still has a lot to offer. His future's still bright. You understand? But like I said, his work ethic must just improve. You understand? Because Yusuf Mart is definitely not better than Samkelo Zwane. Definitely not. By far, he's not better than Samkelo Zwane.